I watched the teaser to Bungie's next major title, Marathon, and waited for April 12th with bated breath. The trailer dropped and, well, Marathon is it's a video game. Well, technically, you could say that this is not really a brand new IP for Bungie, but it is somewhat a new IP based on a new game a vast majority of gamers have never played. Oh, and by the way, you can check out Classic Marathon, which is a single-player FPS game, for free on Steam. Just search for Classic Marathon. This Marathon is nothing like it. It's an extraction shooter, but you probably already know that. It has quite possibly one of the most underwhelming reveals of a major game from a big studio. Really, this is the new game since the release of Destiny, which was like 11 years ago. And what we got was something that lacked that Bungie magic. Before I get to that magic bit, let me talk about what was there in the reveal. These are good, I don't deny it. Rather than just a cinematic or even a short gameplay trailer, they had a trailer that was a gameplay overview. They had a longer video showcasing YouTubers playing the game. I must say these are very much appreciated because instead of very carefully sliced gameplay, we got to see how the game played and felt. Props to Bungie for that. This seems like a fast-paced team extraction shooter, and I've read and heard the comparisons which feel a lot like Destiny or Destiny 2. They may have reused some animation for the Marathon Alpha, but I doubt players really care that much about that when you are in the thick of the action. What we saw was pretty much Extraction Shooter 101. You entered the game with your mates, scavenge for stuff and get the hell out of there. You could double cross your teammates and steal their stuff. If you died, the enemy could take all your gear. Nothing revolutionary or new here. There's some really cool gunplay and tactics to be used, like that VR looking shield. I'm very sure will be used to quickly give players breathing room to get into cover and quickly pop out to return fire. Players don't die as easily as say in Counter-Strike, but you are also not a walking tank and sustained fire will kill you. While the setting and the lore seemed new, not my personal favorites, playing as robots or rather cybernetic synthetics, it feels less human, literally. But I can appreciate a finely tuned and polished shooter, maybe not an extraction shooter. The gameplay footages are of an alpha build, so there wasn't any showcase of a boss fight or some monsters, which there is bound to be in a Bungie game. If they showed that, that would have been cool and epic. And that gets to the root of the problem I have about the Marathon reveal. While I think many of you say the signature Bungie magic in their games is their very tactile gunplay, I would say at least for the first reveal of a major new IP, Bungie has always made their games feel epic. Halo, no doubt, epic. The first Destiny reveal, epic. Marathon reveal, some synthetic looking people running around Tau Ceti 4, which looks very vibrant. It's sort of mid on the epic scale. But that's not to say the game sucks. I'm sure it will be a good game with a decent number of people playing it. I'm not sure how huge of a success it will be. That's really hard to predict. Honestly, I know there's a lot of trash talk about the visual and style of Marathon, but I do think it's one of the most standout things about the reveal. I don't think I can point to another game looking like this. It's a very subjective thing, whether you like it or hate it. I think I'm fine with it. Overall, I would say it looks fine. The gameplay seems fine, maybe even fun at spots. Nothing really made me go wow and this is like the next big thing from Bungie. And maybe they aren't trying to make this the next big thing, Bungie announced on X that while Marathon will be a premium title, it will not be a full-priced game. So it's definitely not free to play, or maybe even $60 or heck Nintendo pricing of $70+. And the best news about Marathon, if you fear Sony forcing you to have a PSN account to play this game, since you know now Bungie is a Sony owned studio, you don't have to worry, a PSN account won't be mandatory to play the game. Sony doesn't want to make the same mistake they did with Helldivers 2, or maybe it's Bungie negotiating this for Marathon. Because the most surprising thing about Marathon, ladies and gentlemen, it's also coming out on Xbox Series X and S. Yes, despite being a Sony studio, no console exclusive for this game, which I'm almost sure this is a special case. They probably let Bungie have. I can't imagine Sony now suddenly making all their first party games for Xbox. Oh, and of course, it's also coming to Steam for PC gamers on the same day as consoles on September 25th, 2025. Anyway, tell me in the comments, what did you think about the gameplay reveal? Are you eager to try this out? Do you feel this is kind of a mid game? What impressed you about it, or what didn't impress you about it? I did a video on the console wars, Xbox versus PlayStation, that you might be interested in. Xbox has now been releasing some of their games for PS5, but for PlayStation, Marathon is now their first on Xbox. Go check out this video over here. Thanks for watching and farewell, noble friends.